widespread heat waves, massive flooding, and deadly hurricanes demonstrated the real-life impact of the climate crisis. CNN's Bill Weir takes a look at the top 10 climate stories of 2022.
I'm Bill Weir with the top 10 climate stories of 22, a year that started with a bang.
A tsunami advisory is now in effect for the entire U.S. West Coast and Alaska.
Undersea volcano near the island nation of Tonga erupted with such force, the ash cloud blew 35 miles into the stratosphere. The boom was heard in Alaska, and tsunami waves took 2 lives across the Pacific in Peru. At number 9, some of the world's most important rivers fell to sobering levels, from Italy's Po to Germany's Rhine to the not-so-mighty Mississippi, where the Army Corps of Engineers is still dredging as fast as they can to keep billions worth of goods and grain moving to market. At number 8, a surprise reversal in coal country gives the U.S. its most ambitious climate laws in history.
But with unwavering conviction, commitment, and patience, progress does come.
The Biden promise to make America greener was all but throttled by West Virginia's Joe Manchin until 4 days of secret horse trading with Chuck Schumer put the Inflation Reduction Act on the president's desk. While environmentalists resent some of the concessions given to big oil, analysts say the rich incentives for people and companies to electrify could get the country most of the way towards Biden's carbon-cutting goals. At number 7, Nicole became the first hurricane to hit the Atlantic coast in the second week of November.
The intensity of the rain and wind have certainly gone up.
And the unusually late arrival brought a 500-mile wind field during outrageously high king tides. The combination cost 5 lives and almost $2 billion in damages. At number 6, the 27th attempt at world cooperation on climate action went into overtime as poor nations pleaded with rich ones to finally start picking up the tab for loss and damages.
Clearly, this will not be enough.
In the end, almost 200 nations agreed to set up a fund to help the most vulnerable. But a global pledge to phase out fossil fuels was stonewalled by oil-producing nations. At number 5, an increasingly unpredictable water cycle brought the kind of floods seen once every 1,000 years. From Dallas, where they got a summer's worth of rain in a day, to Death Valley, which set a record with 2 inches of rain in one of the driest spots on Earth. 43 lives were lost in flash floods and mudslides across 6 Kentucky counties.
Where are all these people going to go? Where are they going to live?
And the combo of heavy rain and rapid snowmelt forced 10,000 to evacuate Yellowstone National Park as walls of water rearranged entire landscapes in hours. And number 4, England, that green and pleasant land turned brown in 22 as thermometers in the UK hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit and put an unprecedented toll on firefighters. Temperatures hit 106 in Spain as the European heat wave took thousands of lives. And meanwhile in China, records were smashed at hundreds of weather stations. The stifling heat lingered for 70 days. And number 3, the Western Megadrive brought Lake Mead to its lowest levels ever, exposing long-lost drowning victims and possible mob hits, and triggering the first ever cuts for those last in line to use Colorado River water. And the lake used to go half a mile around the corner. And now it starts way back here. I cannot believe this. While there is hope for a heavy snowpack this winter, it would take years of steady precipitation to refill Lake Mead, and will likely inch closer to Deadpool next summer. From not enough water in the American West to way too much in Pakistan, where at number 2, a monsoon on steroids brought rains 500% above average in some places, as well as a dozen or more bursting glaciers.
So you can see there's just a steady stream of vehicles pouring into this area. These are all people who are desperately trying to escape their villages, which are now completely submerged underwater.
At least 33 million people have been affected, people responsible for less than 1% of climate-altering pollution. And the number 1 unnatural disaster of 22.
Ian's here. John, we just felt a marked increase in wind speeds.
Hurricane Ian. When it roared from a tropical storm to a Category 3 in a day, Hurricane Ian became the new poster child for so-called rapid intensification, when warm water-fueled storms get so strong so fast, evacuation plans fall apart. This is just unbelievable. The amount of damage in this one neighborhood.
I'm very scared. And I would never want to go through it again.
Ian's wind, storm surge, and freshwater flooding toll is expected to cost over $50 billion, and so far has taken over 100 lives.